Hi, welcome to ViewCan Stationery, and today we'll be talking about our 4 favorite inks and their brands. So the whole outlook for today's video is going to be, we're going to show you my personal 4 favorite inks, and then I'll talk to you about these different inks within the brand, and overall just give you a good look into what we at ViewCans appreciate and love within our fountain pens.
The first ink will be the Noodler's Ink Black Swan English Roses, which is an earthy red ink that retails for $18.70 for 90 milliliters. And I'll be matching it up with the Lamy Safari. Next up, we have the Kyoiro Soft Snow and O'Hara, which is a very moody purple ink, and it's $36 for 40 milliliters. And I'll be pairing that up with the TWSBI Diamond 580 ALR. Next up, we have the Lamy Crystal Benettois ink, which is kind of a lighter blue-gray ink, and it retails for $21.99 for 30 milliliters. And I'll be matching it up with the Lamy Studio Glacier, and that's just the ink you match up with the Glacier. They're both very similar colors. And finally, I'll be matching the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsutsuji with the Diplomat Esteem Mad C Art01 fountain pen. Now the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsutsuji costs $33.75 for 50 milliliters, and it's a very bright pink ink. So let's begin with Noodler's Ink. Noodler's Ink is an American brand specializing in offering maximum ink volume for lower prices. Noodler's Ink is known for their wide variety of different styles of ink, ranging from bulletproof archival water-resistant inks to color-changing ones. Their wide selection of inks for affordable prices make their inks a must-add to any selection. Be careful when opening the bottle because these inks are filled to the brim. For this review, I'll be using Maruman Nemesis paper, which is high-quality Japanese stationery. All of the dry times do vary depending on the paper, and usually lower quality papers have high bleed through with quicker dry times, while higher quality papers have less bleed through but usually take longer to dry. Noodler's Ink Black Swan English Roses is an earthy red-brown ink. The ink has a wet flow with high shading from red to a dark burgundy. There is limited to no sheen. The ink is partially bulletproof and waterproof with a wet flow, and as you can see here, it does take a while to dry. Noodler's Black is one of my favorite black inks to use. It's a lighter black ink with archival qualities. The ink is advertised as bulletproof, meaning it is waterproof, which is a really awesome tidbit. And there is no feathering, with low shading and no sheen, but the ink does take a long time to dry. I really did enjoy using it. Kyoiro from Tag Stationery in Kyoto, Japan, is inspired by beautiful and historic sites of the city of Kyoto. These inks are made in small batches, so the color can slightly vary for each bottle, giving you your own unique color. The Kyoiro Soft Snow O'Hara is a dark, moody purple ink. The ink has a medium shading, tiny sheen, and no shimmer. The ink has a dry flow, dries moderately slowly as you can see here, and is not waterproof. Overall, you can see the beauty of it here, and it does take a little bit longer to dry, and it's kind of see that little purple undertones. Away from the moody purple is the Cherry Blossom of Keek, a medium pink ink. There is medium shading, no sheen, and no shimmer. The ink has a dry flow, dries moderately slowly, and is not waterproof. It's a perfect complement for the spring. With their Crystal series, Lamy offers 10 new tints, which expand the art of writing with fountain pens to a whole new dimension. The carefully composed ink colors highlight the individual character of every piece of writing, and at the same time, they invite you to be creative with the medium of color and set new designs in completely new, distinct colors. The Lamy Crystal Benettois is a medium blue-gray or an unsaturated blue-black ink. The ink has a slightly dry flow and dries moderately slowly as seen here. There is very limited feathering, medium shading, low sheen,
and no shimmer. The ink does have a medium water resistance.
Lamy Crystal Azurite is a blue-violet ink. It has little feathering and takes a while to dry. There is low shading, high sheen, and no shimmer. The way the violet and blue interact really make this ink one of my favorite inks in my collection. Everything works together, and the purple really overall makes this absolutely stunning.
Inspired by nature, the Pilot Iroshizuku offers captivating colors inspired by the different seasons and landscapes of Japan. Iroshizuku means droplets of color, and each color is clean and naturally realistic. These inks behave well and come in stunning glass bottles, as you can see here. The Pilot Iroshizuku Tsutsuji is a vibrant, bright pink ink. It has a longer dry time, as you see here. It does have low water resistance and no feathering. Other properties include it has low shading, medium sheen, and no shimmer. While it's not the most professional inks, this really is a joy to write with.
Away from the bright pink Tsutsuji is the Amairo, also known as Sky, a medium sky blue ink. There is medium shading with a tiny sheen and no shimmer. The ink has a wet flow, dries moderately quickly, and has a shade that goes toward medium blue. It's overall a beautiful sky blue ink.
We hope you've enjoyed this video where we highlight our favorite inks. To purchase many different varieties of inks from many different brands, head over to Buchan Stationery for the best variety of inks for the best colors. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Buchan Stationery.